AI is taking over jobs. But what if I told you there are 5 careers that AI cannot touch? This isn't about jobs that demand your physical presence, like a plumber or a pizza delivery boy, or even a military man for that matter. This is about the future of remote work. Jobs that require a degree of emotional intelligence along with a bit of wacky disposition. Why? Because there is plenty of evidence on highly revered publications that suggests jobs that require a high degree of emotional intelligence are going to stay the safest in the future. I also went ahead and ranked each job on a scale of 5, on the basis of how safe it is from a future AI takeover perspective, along with a detailed explanation of why I gave it the rating. So here's my list. Job number 1, couples therapist or relationship counselor. Have you watched the movie Hitch, featuring Will Smith? Then you'd probably know that playing Cupid is like opening a can of worms. Getting 2 people to like each other, especially when one is from Mars and the other is from Venus, can quickly turn into one hot mess. AI simply cannot perceive the complexity involved here, as this job is cookie cut for a person drenched in empathy and emotional intelligence. When it comes to factors that affect AI safety, for example, interpersonal trust and empathy, need for maintaining secrecy of personal information, ethical consent, regulatory compliance, and the sheer emotional labor, or EL, required to carry out the job, a role of remote or virtual relationship counselor ticks all the boxes. I give this job a future AI safety rating of 5 out of 5. Job number 2, personal fitness trainer. Have you watched the movie Rocky? Then you must remember Mickey, Rocky's trainer. Now Mickey was one hell of a grizzler, someone who was always whining and complaining. But he was also the reason why Rocky went on to become a champ, because he constantly kept pushing Rocky. Can you imagine if Mickey was a gullible AI robot? What kind of boxer would Rocky turn out to be in this case? My guess is not very impressive. Training someone is not as simple as diagnosing a shortcoming and prescribing a medicine or a line of treatment like a medical professional. On the contrary, the field of personal training requires immense focus, emotional solidity, and the ability to put your skin into the game, something out of AI's range of capabilities. This job scores high on interpersonal trust and empathy, regulatory compliance, or the need for a formal degree in training and the emotional labor required to train someone, but doesn't score high on the need for maintaining secrecy of personal information and ethical consent, since athletes and trainers anyways share their personal fitness-related information and progress on social media, as well as with each other. I give this job an AI safety rating of a solid 3.5 out of 5. Before we move on to the next job on the list, let me tell you a quick story. 2 turtles went on a date. One of the turtles was an AI in disguise. When they started talking, the normal turtle sensed something off. No matter what question he put up, the other turtle always came up with a precise and uncomplicated answer that made perfect sense. This made the normal turtle go bonkers and he called off the date. Now, I'm not going to delve into what made the turtle flip, but the point is that our brains are not always looking for the most perfect answer all the time. On the contrary, a little bit of fuzz and frenzy in us is exactly what makes us who we are, humans. And that is what is going to be the foundation of the next job I'm going to present. Job number 3, behavioral or clinical psychologist. We all know how complex the human brain is. Navigating its complex maze of emotions with dexterity is no easy job, and a psychologist is exactly the person trained to do it. Did you know that nearly 60% of all human-to-human communication is through body language and nonverbal cues? AI is neither equipped to communicate nor decipher and deconstruct what is going through another person's mind, especially if a person requires behavioral therapy. Just like relationship counseling, this profession too requires a deep understanding of human experience. AI can assist with data analysis, but it cannot perform the actual therapeutic intervention. The trust, ethical responsibility, a formal degree required for a patient to feel safe and understood, are uniquely human. This job also gets a high AI defense rating of 5 out of 5. That brings us to the end of this video. I know the title said 5 jobs, but I will cover the remaining jobs in part 2 of this video. Before that, I would love to know what you think about my selection of jobs and the evaluation process I followed. This is a new channel and I am doing this part-time. If you can like my video, subscribe to the channel and let me know your views in the comments below. I will be highly encouraged to finish up the second part of this video ASAP. Thank you and see you soon with part 2.